That's the eternal question. Do you need a title or a description of your work? Opinions you may find a lot, quite different. I myself have not yet fully decided how to do it correctly, but there are a few things that are clear and obvious after all. Let's cover them up. This is the photo from the previous lecture. This is a screenshot from my Facebook page as an example, with an explanation of what is written on the book cover. Otherwise, this photo is automatically lost for the public, who does not understand at least Cyrillic letters. The note, the title, is in Bulgarian, and I think that any Russian speaker will easily understand what is written there as well. The name of the author is of great importance in this case. That's why I said it. The book cover says Stephen King. Take a look at the photo here. Well, there's a difference with the previous photo, isn't there? The story within the story itself is missing. The caption speaks quite louder here. It says, "What do you eat at our place?" As background, you see hands, feet, and heads. A problem with understanding would arise in each and every similar situation, in the case of any foreign for the viewer language. If it were written in English, well, great. The chances of being understood correctly are getting higher. But since I have been living in Bulgaria since 2009, well, I simply have to cope with it. This is what I have. Here is another example of how well the label can work. A little analysis, a short analysis. Look at the woman, obviously not a young one, plus the shape of the hands. You may see on the ad. Plus the caption, saying start. Probably that's the beginning of something new? Probably. Just not for her. As I said, it's quite much better, much easier when the capture is in English. Heck stands for an expression of annoyance or surprise. What the heck, you'd say? Hell, in a word. Analysis and associations? I'm leaving for you. Generally speaking, it's also recommendable to know what is written where. It can only increase your own perception of the photo. You've also probably encountered a situation like this one. You see something, you are very curious what is written in there. Well, you may Google it, probably, if you have the appropriate keyboard installed. In this case, you have a chance to catch the inscription only if you understand Hebrew. And the last example, when it comes to labels and captions within a frame. This is an underground station. Its name is Nadezhda. In English, hope. When I took this photo, I thought, wow, here it is, a photo that characterizes the whole 2020. You may notice a really strong message in the human body language. Take a look at the lower part of the frame. The black tone dominates here. Here are the inviting rails as well, as if they're offering to end the torture. At the underside, as counterweight, comes the caption, hope, right there, above the person. Above the person saying it one more time. This is an important detail in my view. Think over it. We do always look up with hope, with the hope that there is someone there who will hear us and who will help in a difficult moment. You may go even further with your analysis. The photo shows the eternal struggle between good and evil, between lightness and darkness. This is what the photo actually is about. In the upper part are the bright lights of hope. In the middle, the man, the one who needs to decide. And in the lower part comes the frightening darkness. This is the present. But damn, it's pretty that the inscription is not in English. In my case, this photo automatically becomes local, not an international one. Yes, of course, I will publish it with a description. I'll translate the name of the station. But for an international competition, for example, it would definitely not work. As I've already mentioned, I live in Bulgaria at the moment, so I will add another local example here. The picture may take its place in the photo world without a description, but if I add it, well, then the message would get times stronger. The location is important here, so let's check it out as a start. This is the center of Sofia, the capital of Bulgaria. A man is begging, and in front of him, in the distance, is the ex-Communist Party house, the building that you see. As I was shooting in a series, different legs got into the frame, but I chose these, as you see them on the photo. Not by chance, of course. Would you try to guess why? Because of the color of the pants, precisely. The socialistic past of Bulgaria is still haunting the country, as a lot of people blame the communist regime for the problems here. Back to the photo, what we have, the color, red, plus the ex-Communist Party house above the beggar, a metaphor for all the poor people in the country. Of course, I didn't write this whole analysis in this way when I published the photo in the social media. However, I did add the place where it was taken, what that building is, the year as well. I'd recommend you to follow this pattern as well. Where, what, when. Keep it simple and informative. When this information matters, of course, when it adds to the message of the photo, as in this example. This is just a sample of how a street photo may be quite close to documentary images, something we've spoken about. Another scenario. There is also a documentary element in this photo, and the ear is really important. It's a nowadays photo. A woman is standing at a bus stop. Yes, I didn't believe it at first either. The bus stop, remember, is in Sofia, the capital of a European country. On top of it all, the stop is no more than 10 to 15 minutes away from the city center. Yeah? The year this photo was taken is 2019. You see, if the image was taken in the 80s and not in the capital, quite far away from the center, well, then the message wouldn't be that strong. There would be no interest in the photo. Therefore, in this case, a brief description is simply necessary.